Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome. Take a seat and relax. There is nothing you need to do in this present moment except to relax and enjoy your reading. And to start your reading off, Sagittarius, we have card number 24. Love. I don't know what's going on with you fire signs, but y'all apparently are going through very similar things. Because this what popped up in the Leo one, and the Leo one had a bunch of similar cards from the Aries reading. So, but we have love here. Hell yeah. We have a very beautiful proposal coming. We have a very beautiful family coming. This is a very beautiful moment. And everything about this moment is beautiful. And that is what love is. Love is very beautiful. Love is what makes it all worth it in the end. All of the pain, all of the tears, all of the struggle, all the darkness. It is also worth it when you find love. When you do find that love, make sure you never let it go. Because love sometimes is hard to find, but that is why it's so beautiful. Right? When things are rare, and it makes them that much beautiful. But there is love out there. There is love out there for everyone. You just gotta go find it. And love is here. So make sure you welcome it with open arms. Wow. So we have love here, and then we have the lovers. And we have the 10 of swords with it, though. Why am I laughing? Well, not because you are over here being stabbed in the back, but because we are in the 10 of swords. The 10 is the finale of the situation. 10 is when the swords switches to a new element, right? The wheel keeps on moving. And the good thing about being stabbed in the back so many times is that it finally gets you to say that is enough. No more. I deserve better. And that is why this is the transition moment to the next element, because when you finally get into that energy of that's enough, I've had enough, I want something different, then guess what? You head straight towards the lovers, because you know exactly what that love is after feeling that much pain. And then as soon as you find it, you know, well, there it is. You did it. You finally figured it out. But you wouldn't have known that was love. You wouldn't know what love is if you didn't feel all of this pain, if you didn't feel all of this hurt, you know. But the wheel is changing. Love is here. You just needed to say that is enough. I deserve love, and I am going to chase after that love, and no one and nothing can stop you now. Moment to moment, and that is how you are going to get out of this 10 of swords. The creator. Yep, this is you. So one thing about the lovers card is that it doesn't necessarily deal with other people, with your relationships with other people. You cannot forget about your first love, and that is yourself. So if you are treating yourself this way, then life will mirror that, and you will put yourself into situations to where you keep getting stabbed in the back. But when you finally start creating from your own life, when you finally decide that is enough, then you will put yourself into situations where you are able to find love. And that is only because you had that love for yourself, and that love within yourself. You know, people that keep putting themselves into situations where they keep getting hurt, they don't necessarily love themselves, and that is why they keep putting themselves in those type of situations. But good thing is that is enough. We are done acting that way towards ourselves. We are done putting ourselves into those type of situations. It's time to start loving yourself again. It's time to go moment to moment. It is time to create this love in your life, and it starts with yourself. And I promise you that life will follow. Life will guide you to your Michael Scott. Life will guide you to your Holly, as soon as you start treating yourself that way. And I think I'm going to read this moment to moment card, because I think it'll help a little bit understanding what we are trying to focus on, and what I mean by let's start loving ourselves a little more. So as this figure moves across the stones, As this figure moves across the stones, he steps lightly and non-seriously, and at the same time absolutely balanced and alert. Behind the swirling, ever-changing waters, we can see the shapes of buildings. There appears to be a city in the background. The man is in the marketplace, but at the same time outside of it, maintaining his balance and able to watch it from above. This card challenges us to move away from our preoccupations with other spaces and other times, and to stay alert to what is happening in the here and now. Life is a great ocean in which you can play if you drop all your judgments, your preferences, and the attachment to the details of your long-term plans. Be available to what comes your way as it comes, and don't worry if you stumble or fall. Just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, have a good laugh, and carry on. You can only be present if you are not ambitious, no accomplishment, no desire to achieve power, money, prestige, even enlightenment, because all ambition leads you into the future. Only a non-ambitious man can remain in the present. A man who wants to be in the present has not to think, has just to see and enter the gate. Experience will come, but experience has not to be premeditated. Look at that. Oh, look at that. We end with the 10 of discs, the 10 of pentacles, and the star. The star card is literally your wish coming true. You're wishing upon a star, and that star saying, yes, here you go. You want some love? Have some love. And they actually bring you the thing that actually will bring that love out of you. And look at that, 10 of discs with having, this is the 10s of each suit are the result of that whole element, right? So the result of the mind, analyzing so much eventually turns into, this is too much, I can't take it anymore, I'm gonna just shut up and enjoy each moment to moment, right? Instead of trying to, like anxiety, trying to think of all of the future situations that could happen and all of the past situations that happened and how it could have gotten better. There's a difference when you have enough and you become more silent. And you live each moment to moment. And you can best create this love that you so much wish for. And this love is going to be, look at it, it's so big. These are giant coins. The coins are things you can see. So look, you can finally see this love. And this was the result of this whole journey that you went through. And it's a good thing, I imagine every single movie, right, has an introduction and then something bad happens. And then there's always a hero that needs to fix the situation, right? So that's fun for us. That is fun because all movies are like that. Movies wouldn't be so fun and entertaining if they didn't have, that part in the movie where things went wrong, because those parts in the movie that go wrong, it's so cool and nice and awesome to see them go right again. So, oh yeah, there's good stuff heading towards you, Sagittarius. We'll get some last bit of words from the Office Oracle deck. And I love this card. This is number 9. There is no road here. There is no one right way to live life. There is no one right language to speak. There is no one right religion, right, that actually gets you into heaven, right? There is no road here. All roads lead to heaven, right? All roads lead to love. And your road started with the 10 of Swords, but that doesn't mean that it stopped there. It just keeps going, because you are not at the end of your story. You are in the middle of it. So there is no road here. There is no one right way to live. You are creating your way of living, right? This moment to moment, you are creating this new life of yours that is more full of love and less full of pain. 28, cool. And this is my alone card, right? This is Andy and Gabe being alone with each other, and Gabe being uncomfortable being alone, and it's making Andy uncomfortable because of how uncomfortable Gabe is, and everything is just so uncomfortable because they're alone and then lonely. But they don't have to be that way, right? Enough is enough, right? So maybe this is when you are with yourself, like if you do have anxiety, like I also have had. I don't know, I'm better at it, but I still have my anxious moments, but that probably mostly happens when you are alone and your mind just keeps racing and you can't make it stop. But at one point you will say that is enough. I do not want to treat myself that way. There's literally nobody else in this room, and look at how anxious I am feeling right now. Right? So when you start slowly figuring that out and you say enough, I want love, I want to love myself, right? The lovers. Can't forget about your first love. And I want to do things a little bit differently. Cool. So I hope this moment comes sooner than later, so that you can find and create this love for yourself more sooner rather than later. So thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading helped. If it did help, please help me as well with a like, a comment, and subscribe if you would like to keep hanging out, as this is a safe place where we try to figure life out together. So thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in the next one, and peace.